What it is, guys, it's your Dino. We're back at it again with another reaction breakdown of an event. This one is for the Tokyo Game Show Xbox coverage, and basically it starts out really well. They go into some very traditional stuff and they do like a welcome to the show, hope you enjoy it kind of thing. But I've cut all the stuff that you don't need to see out just to focus on the on what they announced. You can watch the full thing down in the description. You can check that out. There will be a link down there. So this is the first one they started off with. They started off with Persona 5. As we know, back when they did their E3 announcement a few months ago, that Persona is coming to the Xbox Game Pass. We're going to have Persona 5 Royal. We're going to have Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3. They will all be on Game Pass by the end of 2023. And this announcement that they've done here basically covers where it will be coming on the Game Pass in relation to Japan, and how they will also be getting it on their version as well because of the Sega deal that they have. As far as I'm aware, it could be tying into that partnership that Sony and Xbox have, which is a good thing because it brings more diversity into Game Pass. Yes, it's not a first party AAA, but it is most definitely a AAA game, and is definitely one to be able to watch and play. And it will be on Game Pass October 21st, starting for Persona 5 Royal, and then Persona 3 and Persona 4 will be in 2023, I do believe. As said, links will be down below. And then they go straight into the next one, which is the Wolong game made by Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja. And this is the really cool part about it. They're talking about how the game how they came up with the idea, and the idea of it being a death game. So basically it's like a Souls-like style game. You die, you have to go back, but it has a multiplayer. You can do custom character design, and basically what they showed off in here is some really nice footage from the game. I wanted to show it off. I've got it in faster speed. You can watch the full video in its entirety. As I said, link down in the description. It will be down there so you can watch the full thing, linking to the entire event. The event lasted about 40-ish minutes, and it's not bad. They kept the flow very well, and it is honestly, in my opinion, the best model that the Xbox team should be going with. They should stop doing this idea Xbox stuff where it's supposed to be 90 minutes long, but it actually ran for 3 damn hours. That was just not on. They need to just cut out all the extra fluff and crap and focus on what we need to know. We don't want to sit there and watch a bunch of Twitch partners playing a game and setting up for an hour and all that stuff. We want to know about what's coming, what it is, and that's it. Let's move on. If you've got a developer there that wants to do an interview with it, do that as a separate thing, say it as a deep dive. But this is where it should be an announcement. It should focus on that, and that should be it. That's my opinion, though. I mean, if you have a difference of opinion, I'd love to know what you think, because as always, we all have difference of opinions, and that's just my take on the idea Xbox. I'm not going to cover that one because I feel like it's just going to be me pooping on the entire event instead of focusing on the games. The games that are coming from that are pretty cool announcements. I will probably do a little community post linking all the ones that were announced in there as well that I can find, so you guys can see that. Just let me know in the comments if you want me to do that. But the Wolong stuff looks really great. I'm definitely interested in this game. This is something that I am very interested in. I love working with Koei Tecmo. Worked with them on a couple of games now, and this is one I'm definitely looking forward to playing on stream if I get the opportunity to with Koei Tecmo. It's definitely one that I think will definitely roll out very quickly, and it could be a game that will get lots of people saying, oh, this is inspired by Elden Ring and stuff like that. It's definitely not. And they go straight into the next one. I cut out all the talking parts that were in there just to give you all of the trailers that were shown off. This one is for Exoprimal, which was shown off at the PlayStation State of Play a while back, and based on this announcement of it being on the Xbox announcement, I would assume that it's going to be a multi-platform now. So it will be on PlayStation and Xbox. And it's a very unique game. It's you play these people riding around in exosuits, you know, as an exo fighter, and you're fighting an AI that is summoning and creating exoprimals, which are basically like hybrid techno-organic dinosaurs, and they're trying to eat and murder everyone. And I do believe most of them that are in the game are primarily carnivores. I have seen in some of the trailers you do get some triceratopses in there, but they're kind of like augmented, so they're like giant battle platforms and stuff like that, and it looks really cool. It does look interesting. I'm not really a fan of the idea of it being a PvE PvP hybrid, like how Titanfall 1 was, how you have to do your MSQ whilst having to deal with other players trying to grief and harass you. Not really a fan of that idea, but I would love to know more about the game and play it and give it a go. It is definitely something I am interested in. I do like the art style. I do like the idea of ranking up the the exo fighters, and getting your exosuit to be more powerful and stuff like that. I do think it looks very, very cool. It does have a lot of potential in my book, and it's coming out in 2023. So that was awesome. And then they rolled straight into this one. For those who don't know what this is the BlazBlue universe merging with some other ones. In there you've got Ruby, you've got Danganronpa, you've got people from Persona, and they've got so many different characters in there. So BlazBlue Central Friction, you've got Persona characters there, you've got Persona 4 Ultimate there. They've got so many different crossovers between different Sega IPs there, and I think that does hold to being a nice 2D fighter, reminiscent of stuff like Marvel vs. Capcom and the old school Street Fighters. It does look very, very good. It does look like it has a lot of potential. If you are into your fighting games, this might be one for you. And again, this is going to be on Game Pass, which is a very cool thing. A lot of what they showed off here is games that will be entering into Game Pass, or I believe they have acquired it for their console exclusively, or like a special announcement deal so they can announce it on their stage. So that's pretty cool. I do like that when you get some unique things on each of the different announcement stages, like Nintendo and PlayStation. I think those are always very cool. But that's another spring 2023, which is cool. And then they roll straight into this one, which is Guilty Gear. For those who don't know what that is, another 2D fighter game, and it does look like it has a lot of potential, and it's coming to Xbox as well and Game Pass, which looks like it's going to be very interesting. So for the fighters out there who like their fighting games, this is definitely one that they could roll up on and probably enjoy a lot of. So there's two different fighting games that are coming to the Xbox now, which is pretty cool. So I like that. And they roll straight into the next one, which is their announcement from Bethesda. And they had their person who deals with the Japanese side announce, for those who are in Japan, that there is going to be the Skyrim Anniversary Edition update, which is going to bring in the ability to do all the stuff that we've already been able to do in the West for it, which is really, really cool, because there's different rules and regulations for different regions. So Japan's just getting that update now, which is Go Japan. And then they talk about the fact that you're getting a pit on Fallout 76. Now, I was hoping for some announcements for Starfield, which would be cool, but they didn't. And this is a really cool thing. There is going to be full localization of Japanese, traditional Chinese, and simplified, and Korean for Redfall, which is great. So that's inclusive as hell, which is super awesome to see. And I think that that's the focus of Xbox now. Doesn't matter where you are, you can game regardless, and that's great. So then they rolled this little sizzle reel of Naraka Blade Point, which is on Game Pass at the moment. And I do believe they've got a long-standing thing with this. There's a new campaign mode coming in, there's a new map coming in, and there's new characters coming in, which is really, really cool. I do think that's a lot of people happy with that. The Naraka Blade Point is like a traditional Japanese fantasy setting for a battle royale, which is really, really cool. It does have a lot of potential, and it has a dedicated community, which is nice to see. And they've been supporting it very well, both on Xbox and on console. It's cross-play, and you can get a lot of like perks and stuff from it for the different users, Twitch stuff, and they're bringing in new stuff available now and coming out in the next couple of months. This one got me very excited. This is Bandai Namco. I love working with them. This is Ni no Kuni, and Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch drops today. Now, as I'm recording this is dropping today. And Revenant Kingdom, which is the sequel to Ni no Kuni, it is going to be dropping next year, so in 2023. So Wrath of the Witch Queen is available right now to play through Game Pass, and it's remastered and it looks amazing. And I definitely will be doing some coverage of this. I am definitely a big fan of this brand and this franchise. I think the Ni no Kuni universe is amazing and is definitely one that a lot of people need to check out. It is so cool, and they've done a really good job of it. I do love the first one and the second one. I had the first one on my Switch, but it would be nice to see it remastered on the Xbox and see how it plays. And I've got Ni no Kuni 2 on my PS4, and I've played that on stream before. And when it comes to Xbox, I probably will replay it again, give it a go, and stream it for everyone, which will be interesting. That is awesome that it's releasing today for everyone to enjoy. A great JRPG. I definitely recommend picking up Ni no Kuni or giving it a go on Game Pass. It is going to be something that you won't regret. This one is also really cool. Danganronpa fans are going to be happy. There is a new Danganronpa entering into Game Pass. It's Danganronpa V3. And for those who don't know what Danganronpa is, it's an anime that is about murder and mystery. So you play a detective within a school, and you have to find out which person who's murdering your classmates. And you have to do like the whole Phoenix Wright objection kind of thing when you do the inquiries and stuff at class trials. And you have to discuss and try and work out who is responsible for this crime or that thing, and you have to break it down. So those who do like their murder and the mystery and stuff like that, this might be something that I'd recommend for them. I know that one of my mods, Sweet, likes murders and mystery and crime based stuff. So I think that whilst this is an anime based game, I think that this might appeal to them. So it's definitely something I think that they should give a try to. And I feel that it has a lot of potential. The fact that another Game Pass game coming in on the 15th of the 9th. Now, this is one that I feel is very temperamental and could be a very, very divisive with a lot of people. This is the announcement of a new character for Overwatch 2, and there is a lot of brouhaha going on at the moment about the Overwatch 2 situation, and how apparently all the new characters are going to be tied behind battle passes. So personally, I get why they're doing it. It's a logical decision given the fact that they've made the game a free-to-play game for everyone. So Overwatch 2 immediately out of the gate costs you nothing to play. So to recoup their losses of it being a free-to-play game, and them having to make their money back after releasing it, they have to come up with a way of doing that. And having a battle pass where characters are tied into it is not a bad idea. I mean, it's a catch-22. You can never please everyone, but it's the middle ground, and that's my opinion on it. I'd love to know what you guys think on that one. Sound off in the comments. The next one that they announced is pretty cool. I think that it could be something that a lot of people might enjoy. It is definitely a JRPG for people that might not know of this universe. This is the Eden Chronicles game. We've had the first one on Game Pass, which is Eden Chronicles Rising, and that's a side-scrolling JRPG hack and slashy kind of game. Amazing. But this one, Eden Chronicles 100 Heroes, is the spiritual successor to the Suikoden series. And in this segment of the stream that they did, they actually had the big heads of the team that have been making the game actually sit down and talk about it, and that's awesome. I'm really looking forward to 100 Heroes. It's going to be something that I'm really going to enjoy, and I'm super excited for it, and I definitely will be playing it. And I do intend on doing a nostalgia playthrough of Suikoden 1 and 2 at some point for everyone to enjoy. This is a game that I'm very much looking forward to, and I would like to know what you guys think, if you're looking forward to it as well, whether to play it or whether you're looking forward to watching me play it. Let me know. I'd love to know. And then we got this sizzle reel of loads of different games, and they literally just went back to back of showing off loads of different games, and it's really good that they've given as much information, showed off as much as they can with every single game that they showed off, and tried to keep the down moments to a minimum. And yes, there is periodically people talking on stage or recorded stuff. I have cut that out because I felt like whilst it would have taken longer to record this, it would have kind of ruined the thing. So that one's on Game Pass. That is October 13th, and it's the Dyson Sphere project, and it's basically a management game. Think Factorio, and think on a universal scale, which is pretty cool. And then this one was really nice. As a Forza fan, seeing them show off all the games and when they were released for the Horizon universe, really cool. The fact that 2012, 2014, 2016, 2018, and then 2021 was the release dates for each of the games is really cool. And the fact that they're celebrating that in the game with all new festivals and stuff like that this October, which is going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to that, and I will be streaming it and playing it. This game is something that I've been keeping an eye on myself. This is Pocket Pal or Pal something, Pal Story or something like that. It's a really weird named game, but it's, from what I've tried to glean from it, is it's inspired by Pokemon, Digimon, Monster Hunter, and farming games, like simulation games where you build stuff and make crops and take care of your animals, but it has an actual story, which is really cool. Massive creatures, worlds, cities, character development, story development, gunplay. It's got it all, and it looks really cool, and I'm very interested in it, and I definitely want to experience it. I do believe that it's single player, but I heard rumors that it's also multiplayer as well. I don't know too much about it, but I am very interested in this one. It is definitely a very cool looking game, and I think that it has a lot of potential. And I know that some of my community will be like, oh, it just looks weird, like a homunculus of a game where it's mixed so many different genres it doesn't know what it is. But I think Pal World, that's the name of the game, Pal World, is going to be very interesting. And I think if they do put it on Game Pass, it'd be great. This was another cool announcement. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is coming to Game Pass. this is another Ubisoft title that is entering into the Game Pass for people to enjoy. And I feel that this is, again, another testing of the waters for Ubisoft to see if they're going to add Ubisoft Plus into Game Pass. And if they do, it might end up bringing the price of of Game Pass up. But with the announcement of Game Pass Ultimate Family Pack, which is going to be like 20 quid a month, I think that the value outweighs the price increase. And this is a game, Fuga Melodies of Steel 2. This is going to be on Game Pass, and the new version, the new one that they're making, is getting announced right now. And this is like an amazing thing. I've seen these games be played, and they're really, really nice, and they're really well done. And I feel like they're an undiscovered hidden gem for a lot of people. And it's got animal people, it's got story, it's engaging, there's a vow to kill someone, and it's got so much going for it in Melodies of Steel 2, which is coming in 2023, and it will be digital only, but you could play it today. How cool is that? This one is a lot of people hyped as well. This is Deathloop. Deathloop was an exclusive for PlayStation, and they had it exclusive for 1 year. And I know a lot of people who have both PlayStation and Xbox who were on the fence about buying this game because they wanted to just wait till it came to Game Pass. Now, I agree with them, and I think that that's a perfectly valid idea. And I know it's probably hurt Sony more than they expected it to, but Deathloop is announcing that it will be available within the next month or two on the Xbox. There is a lot of talking that was done by one of the developers, and he talked about how every update that's come out on PlayStation is going to be included on the Xbox One version straight away. There's going to be cross-play multiplayer, so if you want to play as Juliana, which is the other assassin on the island, and you want to stop the person who is playing as the dude who is supposed to take out the bad people so you can stop the loop, you can hurt or hinder someone's gameplay. It's definitely something that has a lot of potential for a lot of people, and I feel like it's one that will be picked up and played regardless of whether you're a fan or not, in my opinion, because this is a game that is a Bethesda IP, a ZeniMax Studios IP, which is owned by Microsoft now, so it will be on Game Pass forever. And it's a really cool thing to see that it's finally coming to the console, and I think that a lot of people have waited for it, which kind of has negatively hurt the game's sales, but it's kind of, it is what it is, in my opinion. Sony kind of shot themselves in the foot with the game, in my opinion. I feel like it's one of those where they didn't think that the Bethesda deal would go through and it'd get acquired, and it kind of blew up in their face. That's my opinion. I know that everyone has a difference of opinion. Please sound off if you think they have a difference of opinion on this one. I'd love to discuss it with you guys. But as always, guys, I do say that my opinions are my opinions alone. They're not a statement of a fact. They're just how I perceive things, and I try to be as objective as possible and try and take my personal preference out of it and see it from an analytical stance. And this is when they dropped a sizzle reel. I'm very excited for Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. I will be playing on Xbox, and I will sell my left leg if I have to. Amazing Cultivation Simulator is available now on Game Pass right now. You can download it and play it. And then they did a bunch of other games. Yu-Gi-Oh! All these ones were just getting announced, shown off again. Another sizzle reel. Gunfire Reborn, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. They showed off so many different games here, and I feel like all this sizzle reel of announcement is really, really cool. It's showing a lot of potential. There are loads of different games that were shown in this that could probably do very, very well. If a lot of them are coming to Game Pass, that'd be great. If they're not, I understand. I feel that there is a big potential here for a lot of games. Miasma Chronicles looks good. Slime Rancher we know is coming to Game Pass. These are just a lot of ones that I've been aware of. SD Gundam Battle Alliance, I didn't even know that that was going to be coming to Xbox. I knew about Sonic Frontiers being on Xbox. I hope that comes to Game Pass straight away. Lightyear Frontier, I know that's coming to Game Pass. Sword and Fairy 7, I didn't know that that was even going onto Xbox. Stray Blade, I heard about that coming to here to Xbox. Dio Field Chronicle is a Square Enix game. There's a lot here to unpack, and I know that you could go and watch it in your own time and watch their full video. Please check that out, guys. Thank you for watching this. Overall, I would say that this is an amazing show. I give it a B+ in my opinion. Let me know what you think, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye now.